Hello dear friends, I welcome everyone who is watching Sotnik-TV. Today is Wednesday, July 15th, 2020. It's 8 p.m. in Moscow and our Wednesday news show is on. My guest today is Konstantin Borovoi, a Russian politician who is now residing in the US. He is also the chairman of the Western Choice, a political party. Hello Konstantin and welcome. Hello Alexander. Do you feel safe in the USA? You know, I'm quite lucky, as the Kremlin doesn't dare to conduct its special operations over here. I can't say why. They might be afraid, or there may be another reason. Instead, Moscow is spreading its propaganda. Some people around here celebrate victory in World War II the same way people in Russia do. A lot of locals are now promoting the ideas made by the Kremlin. Moscow has quite a wide agent network. There are companies that work both for the Russian-speaking audience and for the Americans. At least there were no assassinations orchestrated by the Kremlin. Not that I have heard of. Still, I might need to check on it. I wish you all the best, of course. Let's move on to the news in Russia. A street rally is taking place in Moscow at this moment. The rally is aimed at collecting signatures of those that oppose the latest amendments in the Constitution adopted by Vladimir Putin. Let us try to connect and to see what's going on there. We go live to the Pushkinskaya square in Moscow.
Свободу Сергею Фургалу! 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 Свобода Сергею Фургалу! Свобода Сергею Фургалу! Свобода Сергею Фургалу! Москва, услышь нас! Москва, услышь нас! Москва, услышь нас! Москва, услышь нас! Москва, услышь нас!
Watching all this, here's my question to you. We see the Pushkinskaya square in Moscow. It's not Khabarovsk. Nevertheless, people are demanding to free Khabarovsk governor Furgal. There have been other governors in Russia who have been arrested before. What made the detention of Sergei Furgal so important that it made the news in Moscow? People are demanding to set him free even on the Pushkinskaya square in Moscow. As far as I can see, people simply got resentful. The law enforcement services showed too much insolence and audacity by ignoring people's request for justice. It resulted in a reaction that looks quite natural. If the police come close to this mob of protesters and try to detain someone, there's a big chance of fighting back. The protesters will not be in danger of being beaten up. Those people form a community, and it's quite risky to mess with this community. I assume that there may be undercover police agents among the protesters, but they are too scared to act as they will be met with resistance. These people differ from the youngsters led by Alexei Navalny, who are ready to suffer the attacks of police truncheons. So you suppose that if law enforcement agents were to dare mess with these people, they may encounter a real fight? I'm sure that the people who participate in this rally belong to a community. Those people are united on issues, but none of those issues are a political one. Governor for Girl is one of those issues. The other one is amending the constitution. Still, there may be some political groups among this community, thereby assaulting separate people from this crowd in order to beat them up and take them to jail. Is simply impossible from the technical perspective. It's clear that the protesters will put up a lot of resistance. I've got another important question for you. You have just witnessed today's street rally in Moscow. What impact will it have on the citizens of Moscow, on the people of Russia, and on the politicians? What do you think is going to happen next? And how will the protest evolve in the future, as we have just witnessed the rise of popularity of this protest? A lot has been done to show the people of Russia that the protests make no sense in this country, which has enough security agents to suppress any unrest. There's enough room in the prisons for protesters. That was demonstrated to bring down the wave of protests and to avoid any street rioting. However, it's impossible to keep the steam inside a boiling pot, which is a known fact. Just like the steam that breaks free, the new generation of Russians can no longer be controlled by the Kremlin. They are not influenced by officials, and they take to the streets to demonstrate to their compatriots and to the authorities that protesting is something that is still possible. It's still necessary to fight for your rights and for your dignity. The people who participate in this are really young. I guess they serve a great example for the older generations. Under such conditions, people simply have to support their children. And I'm sure they will. So, people's protest activity will evolve from now on. The authorities will try to suppress it, as they do. They will do their utmost to put those protests to an end. They will try integrating nationalists among the protesters, who will then demand removing Jews from the government. On the other hand, some communists will demand fighting against the oligarchs. Even some oligarchs from the Kremlin will demand fighting other oligarchs. Still, I hope that the Russian people are getting wiser and that they now see those methods of fighting. I see the protesters are now marching down the road. This is getting serious. It means the protesters have blocked the traffic. As far as I can see, they are approaching Petrovsky Avenue. You're right. They have occupied the street and are marching down the road. Anyway, I really hope that the protests will find supporters. Political activists need to draw their attention to this rally and to realize how necessary their support is. Thank you so much. My today's guest on Sotnik-TV was Konstantin Borovoi, a Russian politician who is now residing in Los Angeles. Thank you, Konstantin, and I'm sure that this is not the last time we meet on Sotnik-TV. If you don't mind, I'd like to invite you from time to time in future. I'd love that. Thank you, Alexander.